Okay, you just tell me.
Hi, everybody. Frank, kick us off.
Hello, welcome to the Complete Inappropriate Podcast. I am Frank, along with
Tony.
and we are here once more with
Dispatcher.
Brittney.
Yay.
He said yay. I think Frank's awake. Frank's awake.
I guess. What's wrong with you? You're all giddy. Brittney was already on her way out the door. Brittney didn't realize that we record two at a time here in the Garza studios. So she was already at the door, and she's like, well, I gotta go. Like, I thought we were recording another one, Britt. She's like, oh, well, I could stay. It's like, wait, do you gotta go? If you gotta go, you gotta go. No, I can stay. What the hell's wrong with you, man?
I'm good, bro.
So who did you just blow off?
I didn't blow off anybody.
You're like, no, I could make them wait. It was like, I hope they listen to this so they realize how important they are.
Whoops.
No, what you got going on? Is this a love affair thing going on? What's
I
going
don't have
on?
love affairs. I am single.
But you mingle.
I mingle.
I know you mingle. Who are you mingling with nowadays?
Girl.
A girl. I like how that's the description. Not this wonderful person that I know. No. You have to let everybody know that you're going for the gash.
Yeah.
To put it crass.
She's a pain in my ass. I hope she listens to this.
Well, did you tell her she's working on the wrong area?
Wow.
Well, it shouldn't be a pain in the ass, just saying.
Forgot this was completely
If it's gonna get
podcast.
raw, baby, I like it raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw.
So how are you doing, Frank?
How's your love life?
It's pretty stale. I mean, it's not that I'm trying or that, it's that I'm not fucking looking for anything right now. I'm just fucking doing me.
Are you looking for love in all the wrong places?
I'm not looking for love, period.
I think he's lying.
I think you're both lying.
I'm not lying.
You've been claiming that you're not looking for love. You're just looking for a husband.
That is true, and somehow I'm dating a girl.
Yeah.
It's all kinds of fucked up
So
there.
what is this? This is completely inappropriate, so I'm going to get inappropriate with your love life.
Oh, shit.
Now, I don't think that you're even bisexual. I think you're just fucking bored.
I am.
So you're just...
I really hope she doesn't listen to
I
this
want
now.
to know how honest with these girls are you being?
I'm honest.
Has it been just the one girl, or have you been kind of floating around?
No, it's been two, but the other one knew. Straight up. This one I care for her. I do care about her. She's beautiful when she can be, but she also likes to party and drink, and I'm not there anymore. I'm 30 years old.
Are you aware that all women are like that?
I'm not.
Yeah, you were. You
No,
were.
I was.
How old, now is she younger?
No, she's older, and she has
older.
2 children.
Oh, so...
That's why I'm like, no, you're not my cup of tea.
I don't get that. That I don't understand.
If I'm going to deal with that, then I'm going to be with the man.
I feel... Yeah, right? There's a real dichotomy of fucking people where you get people that are more cerebral, that think about their effects on other people, and people that are they just grow narcissistic and stay narcissistic and never self-reflect on that particular aspect of them. They judge other people for only giving a shit about themselves. At the same time, they only give a shit about themselves. So is that this person? So what makes you think that they're going to understand when you decide, like, sorry, I need some dick now?
No, well, because she's the one that says she doesn't want a relationship. She doesn't want this. Then she drinks and she's telling me all these lovey-dovey things, and then I fall into it and I say them back, and then the next morning she's like, you need to make up your mind what you want. I only want to be friends. And I'm like, well, what the fuck do you want?
I hate drunk people. The people that only love you when they're drunk are
yesterday,
the worst.
Example, last night, I left your parents' house, went to go run an errand. She calls me. She's like, I want to go spend the night with you. I want to go to your house. I want to spend the night with you. I want to spend the night with you. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go pick you up because you've been drinking all fucking day.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. 10 minutes. It took me 10 minutes to do my errand. I text her, I'm on my way, and she's like, no, I'm going to my friend's house. And I'm like, dude, I'm already on my way. She lives in Edinburgh. I'm already on the fucking expressway.
Is she 20 years old by any chance?
No,
She said she's older than
33.
Oh.
Frank thinks that your description matches somebody so perfectly that he must know her.
Oh my
because what you just said only happens with one person.
There's only one Michelle in the entire world.
Because it sounds like she's dealing with somebody younger, and I'm like, did I miss that?
No, that's why I asked. That was my intent with that question. Is that that's where we led. That there are two types of people. There are the people that grow up more cerebral, more self-reflecting, that understand the narcissism.
Frank just wanted to interrupt my story. Is all I think.
Oh yeah, he was mad because
he's just bitter.
Yeah, because you were still making sense for too long.
Anyways, to end my story,
believe it or not, there are endings to stories, Frank.
She calls me and she's like, well, you never said you were coming. I said, dude, I fucking just told you not even 10 minutes ago, I'm going to go pick you up. I was like, go do whatever your little heart desires. I'm good. That's the story.
That's a fantastic story. I love how readily you can just throw somebody you're currently sleeping with under the bus.
I don't give two shits.
So this is your active...
Hold up. For the record, we ain't sleeping together either.
Okay, slept together.
No.
Past tense? We
haven't done anything.
Well, then what's the point of this conversation?
That she's a pain in my ass because we're not even
but what makes
intimate.
You guys think, that's the problem with being a lesbian, I guess.
My point. This is why I don't like
it. So fucking emotional without any fucking intercourse.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Guys don't get attached until we have the intercourse, and then, we stay attached until we have the intercourse, then we're gone, right? Mm-hmm. Is that the way you work it, Frank? Yep. What was that?
Yep.
Frank's getting too comfortable and lazy in this fucking podcast. He doesn't even want to fucking try anymore. What's awkward? Explain yourself, Brittney.
Explain yourself.
Don't just say things randomly.
I can say whatever I want to say.
Don't just fill in fucking with words.
Fill in whatever I want to fill in.
Now you want to fill things.
I'm the other host here because Frank just stays there quietly.
Yeah, Frank's more just set dressing, if you will.
Anyways.
He's my Andy Richter. We've decided I'm Conan O'Brien and he's Andy Richter.
That makes sense. I can see that.
Okay, I've decided. Every once in a while I say, except Andy Richter's funny.
He came in very strong at the beginning.
He came in so excited to have gotten you a taco when you walked in the door this morning.
Hey, guess what? What? I got you a taco.
Like, I've never seen Frank with that much excitement in my life. I thought he was trying to fucking get into your pants for that quick second, and then
sorry, bro.
And then we all sat down, and it was like, oh no, he doesn't care either. No, it was a fluke. It was just a random burst of energy. He felt the wind on his back and just woke up for a second. Anyway, so what are you looking for? What the fuck do you want? What are you looking for?
I want somebody I don't have to babysit. Guy, girl, I don't care. I just don't want to have to babysit.
Well, the problem with that is that they're not going to be around to babysit you either.
No, I agree. But I'm also 30 years old. I have my career. I make a decent amount of money.
So you're ready for a friend for life that you could just bone.
Yeah. What?
I mean, that's what it is. It's
sure.
But that's not how relationships work with friends.
No, I agree.
When you decide the problem with expectations that we put on what we want from a lover or a relationship is that we neglect to realize that no matter the style, whether it's you and your mother, you and your brother, you and your best friends, you and your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your wife, your kid, in the end, you're always going to get pissed off with each other. You're always going to love each other. You're always going to find a reason to love each other. The reason that we keep people in our lives is because we decide that we would rather love this person than hate them. It's just a choice. Mm-hmm. And you can choose that with a fucking bum on the street corner that you know nothing about. If you could just choose to love them with no fucking what's it called? What's it called? Irrevocable love, you're right, but unconditional love, yeah. That's what it's about, man. But you could choose that with anybody. You just have to decide who's choosing to do that enough with you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and like I said, she's great. She's not all horrible. It's just when she drinks, it's just not something I care to deal with.
You need to find someone who's honest with their dharma and willing to put forth karma that is worth sharing and having returned back to you.
Hey, Dr. AR.
Yogi. So for those of you who follow the Instagram, I am going to school to be a yoga teacher. I'm doing online classes to be a yoga teacher. Doing my 200 hours. It's a lot more fucking schoolwork than I thought it was going to be.
Well, duh.
Done like 2 hours of yoga in the fucking 12 hours I've been studying. It's a fucking lot of work, man.
Hey, man. Makes you happy.
It really does. I'm so excited. I was up at 6 o'clock this morning on the computer just watching fucking the course videos that I got to go
Man,
through.
I love my job and I don't wake up that early for shit.
Well, I have to wake up on a daily basis at 5 anyway, just to start my day.
Keep your routine.
Get to work at 7. And yeah, I've learned that if I sleep in at all on the weekends, it just ruins me.
I hear you.
I mean, I can utilize the time and get an extra nap on the weekends, and that'll recharge me for the week. But I don't need to sleep in. I mean, I'd much rather just get up and at least try and clean a little bit before I get a good workout in and shit like that. How do you find it with your schedule, man? I don't understand. Is it getting...
Well, I had done graveyard for basically a year. Now it's going to change. So waking up early like today was I needed to do. I still go in 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. today, but then my schedule changes. So I'll be out at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I'll sleep for 3-4 hours, go back to work at 2. Then I'll get out at 10, and then that'll be my new schedule, 2 to 10, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
That's so great. Do you think that's going to increase the calls?
Yeah, but 2 to 10 is ridiculous because you get office calls.
But what about the severity? Do you think the severity of calls change from those shifts, or is it pretty much...
It can. I mean, the whole Walmart shooting was during that time.
Yeah, but that's a fluke. I mean, that could have easily happened at 2 a.m. or fucking 2 in the afternoon. People are fucking crazy at Walmart.
Yeah, they are. But I mean, it just depends. I know nobody likes to work the 2 to 10 shift because you're getting a little bit of both worlds. You're getting the night world, you're getting the morning world.
The panicky mothers and the
so it's a little bit of everything. A lot of people complaining about the way people drive, a lot of accidents. Right now, the nights have been a little more chill as far as traffic because usually you're supposed to be home. It's not mandatory, but you should be home between 10 and 5 a.m. People don't follow that, but that's okay.
I didn't even know that.
It's
a recommendation.
Yeah, it's become a recommendation. It's not mandatory anymore, and people just don't care.
Are the masks still law?
The masks are, as far as I'm aware.
As far as public places?
Public places, you have to have a mask.
Is it still a gathering of 10 or more?
Yeah, but nobody follows that.
No,
the
not
thing
at all,
is,
especially not in the valley.
once you're on your private property, like, if you wanted to have 50 people here, it's your private property. You can do that.
Oh, okay. Just not in a...
Yeah, like if you go to a park and take 50 people, you can't do that.
Or a business.
A business, yeah.
Interesting. So what are some of the craziness that some of your officers have had to deal with lately?
Probably this last one was the day before my day off of Thursday. What are we? We're Saturday. Yeah. Wednesday night.
This drops on Wednesday, so whatever you're saying doesn't matter.
Okay, it doesn't matter the day. Anyways, on that day, before I had my 2 days off, we got a call. It was about a guy that had left the hospital, that he was a mental patient. His family had taken him to get evaluated. He had been off his meds, whatever. We find him.
Rob.
We take him back.
Hey, Rob, how you doing? I know you missed being on the show.
Hi, Rob. Hi, Rob. You just probably heard all this. Oh, that's embarrassing. Anyways.
What?
So anyways, we take the guy.
Oh, yeah. Dude, never mind. Okay.
That's a whole private conversation.
I'm gonna let that one go.
So
we'll get back to it, Frank. Don't worry.
We make sure the guy gets back to the hospital, whatever. They call us again that he's left, and now he's headed towards eastbound, which is towards the Stripes that's in that area.
Loaded up and trucking.
Either way, gets to the Stripes, takes the phone from the Stripes clerk and calls us himself 911 and says that his family is trying to hurt him.
The Stripes, a convenience store.
Yes. And
believe it or not, we have listeners in Australia, India, Canada.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah, Stripes isn't everywhere.
I'm sorry, it's a convenience store.
No, that's cool. I'm proud to be able to say that we have to let people know about shit like that.
That's pretty awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're moving on up. It'll be a few... It'll be a while before we're on Spotify with Rogan with $1 million deal. But
hey, man, you never know.
I figure all we have to do is outlast all the celebrities that are starting podcasts right now because of Corona. As soon as they start working again and all their podcasts become defunct and they get too busy to keep up with that shit, all the little podcasts that have been chugging along and keep going through all that, I think is that's when we'll rise again. But right now we're just doing it the same way we did it a year ago, just doing it for our own fucking joy.
Hey,
talk to people, learn more about people, learn more about your... I mean, I'd never know half the shit going on with you if you didn't come on the podcast a couple times.
That's true. I say to myself now. But
Well, you're busy all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
I just don't see you. You're always fucking working.
I sleep. I work. I sleep. I sleep. I work.
Welcome to adulthood.
Yeah, I know.
Frank still hasn't made it.
Bro.
You're
live
so
your life,
lucky.
man. Live
You're
your life.
So lucky.
Just keep living life. But anyways,
what
so
were
yeah.
you saying?
So he ends up at the Stripes. We don't know if he has the opportunity to get a weapon from the Stripes or not. We don't know if he has a weapon on him.
The fuck kind of weapon are you gonna get from Stripes?
Dude, you never know. Plastic knife can go a long way.
A skewer? Barbecue, fucking shish kebab skewers?
For all I know, he can grab a case of Cokes, knock the guy out. That's a weapon.
Can of oil and a lighter will do some fucking damage. Grab a rag, a can of oil, and a lighter. Ooh.
So I end up...
Hey, no BLM around here, all right? Don't be
Jeez.
setting fires.
I end up taking the call.
Oh, yeah.
I take it from my rookie who has him on 911, and I'm trying
why'd you take the call? We just said that you usually keep one dispatcher to the
well,
call
because, again, it's the same rookie that's an idiot and doesn't understand English, or he does, but he's just an idiot. And he's yelling at him, and it's
keep
in
the job?
the notes.
How long has he been
I'm trying to
there?
get rid of him. 2.5 months.
So fucked up. Don't you tell people at work to listen to this?
Yeah, and they all know. They're all on the same page. I said I was going to talk about it today.
Poor kid. Damn.
Anyways, he's yelling at the guy, and clearly in my notes in capital letters it says, "Has issues with men. Do not yell. Speak gently." Like, it's in the fucking notes. And this guy, and I'm going to change the...
because he has a history of mental illness. So this is already he's already got a file that's accessible.
So we're going to call the guy.
I didn't realize. I'm sorry, real quick. I just to interject. I didn't realize that you guys had that kind of information readily available.
Well, they gave it to us too. We have it. If he's already been arrested or been a part of our agency, we have all that information.
That it all pops up.
But
on
the
a
family
database.
also had already told us, please make sure you're careful because of this,
Oh,
this, and that.
okay.
So that's how most calls should be. So we know how to handle the person. That's perfect.
Yeah, give you a heads up on the case.
So this
details.
rookie is like yelling at him, and I'm gonna name the guy that called 911 Frank. And he's like, Frank, and I'm like,
the least likely to yell on this podcast.
What are you doing? I'm literally looking at the new guy like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I answer because we can interject that word.
Interject.
I'm still asleep.
No, that's cool.
We can interject.
It's hard to keep words together when you've been talking for over an hour. It really
on the
is.
911, so I can hear his phone, he can hear my phone. So I just jump on and I'm like, Frank, listen to me. He's like, are you a woman? I'm like, yes, Frank, I'm a woman. And he's like, can you come and help me? I'm scared. And he was like freaking out.
He immediately calmed down, hearing
calm down,
a calm,
was chill.
rational voice.
I told my officer, go forward. My officer's like, hey, he's like, no, there's another guy. He's going to hurt me. And I'm like, calm down.
Isn't there a probational period for new employees? How does somebody that is so
it's 3 months
inept,
probation.
And he's still on the 3-month probation? They have to give him the full 3 months? That makes no sense.
Yeah, he's a major liability. He's had a baby die on him. He's had that incident.
Jesus Christ, you are spilling all the fucking tea.
I don't give a shit. I want him gone.
Jesus Christ.
I'm hoping he'll be gone within 2 weeks. Whenever I come back, my first point of the story is going to be this guy's gone.
As harsh as it may sound, I mean, it's a life and death job that you work.
Yeah, and
it is legitimately the difference between somebody getting shot on a call and somebody not. If you can't keep the person calm and they're calling you, like if it's a suicide case and you can't keep your calm and you start getting emotional because they're being irrational with their thoughts, it's a suicide fucking case. Most people suicidal are thinking irrationally.
And even with that, the whole purpose of us being so many people there is to back each other up. It's not going to help me or the other person when we have to play catch up for the other idiot that can't get the job done.
100%.
So he'll even, let's say you call, I want to report loud music. Okay. He'll get your address, whatever. We'll be like, do they want contact? Well, I don't know. Well, why wouldn't you have asked that? So then he has to call back and ask that. And then he ends up getting the wrong address. Let's say it's 622. He put 6222. And I'm like, that doesn't exist. Well, that's what she gave me. Well, you need to call it. Well, it's because
drug testing.
I don't know, man.
The guy sounds like a stoner.
And then his biggest thing, you correct him, and well, it's because the last time I said I don't give a fuck about it. It's it's because just shut the hell up. Do what I tell you.
I've had issues with people very close to me about the it's because not Frank.
Oh, I was like,
no, even closer. It's terrible. About the just because. No, it's just because. Well, it's because. Look, there's a difference between reasons and excuses. A reason, there's an actual series of events that inhibits you from performing the actions that are required. An excuse is you fucking being incompetent and not paying attention. You're like, no, it's because something distracted me. Like, well, that's you fucking having trouble paying attention and getting distracted. You're there to focus. You
and
have
it's like
one
he
fucking
makes
job is to pay attention.
He makes the calls up in his head because the other day I went on my day off. I took some coffee to the girls.
He's emotional.
And
I don't think it's a man's job.
I heard the call. I heard it. Like, I went to go replay it because he's telling them that the female is being dragged by a vehicle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the hell?
Female is being dragged by
all
a
my
vehicle.
units are going out there. The girls are dispatching them. Again,
You're
I'm
thinking
off.
you need EMS.
Yeah.
You need police.
They call everybody. And I go listen to the call and I'm like, cancel everything. Cancel it. And she's like, what? And I said, nobody's dragging anybody. She was crying on the side of the road. The guy didn't see her, so he swerved. But nobody's dragging anybody.
What?
She's already been picked up. He said that she's getting into a vehicle. Cancel everything.
Name this motherfucker.
And I was
what
like,
is his fucking name? We're getting him fired right now.
I look at him and I was like, where in the hell did you get dragged? Well, it's because... No, I'm done. I'm leaving.
Hold on. Now, my question is, can you get in trouble for coming on going out in public and talking shit about him and fellow employees?
If I name him.
Just as long as you don't name him.
That's why I named him Pepe. His name is
Pepe.
Pepe.
No, you named him Frank.
No, that was the other guy, the mental patient. Mental patient was Frank.
Oh,
the guy on 911. Pepe is the idiot.
Oh, I had him backwards.
Yeah.
I had him backwards, yeah. Pepe.
His name is Pepe.
Well, let's lighten it up. I want to know about some of the frivolous calls you've gotten. You told us one last episode. They called, what was it? Shit, I don't remember. But tell us some of the calls that you get where it ends up being a false alarm. Like we saw on, what we discussed last episode was emergency call with Luke Wilson. And on that episode, there was on the first episode that just came out, there was an instance of... What the fuck was I talking? Fuck. I'm fucking rambling trying to get back...
You want to get to the naked man from Louisiana. I think it was Louisiana.
Oh, the naked man.
Oh, that wasn't frivolous, though. No, but yeah, have you had any nudity calls?
Oh, I did in Elsa. I haven't in Westaco, but I did in Elsa. And it was the same guy. He was also a mental patient. But that was the same guy. This guy used to, we used to get calls like, he's looking at me, he's naked, and he's jacking off. And I'm like, oh...
Really? That guy?
And then the officers would get there and he would jack off harder. It was really bad.
Gotta finish. You gotta finish.
And then I only know this because they'd be like, look at our body cams, and I'm like, I don't want to look. I'm good.
That's sexual harassment.
It's horrible.
Those cops are bad.
No, they're not. Not my guys.
No, not your guys.
Not my guys.
So do they ever wear their body cams in the shower? In the restroom? Doing that. You ever see them fixing their hair?
So Emergency Call is a great show, y'all.
It is a great show. No, I was wondering,
I just said y'all.
Okay, the instance where the woman calls on emergency call and she calls saying that she's scared that somebody's coming out outside her door, knocking on the window.
Oh my gosh,
walking up and down the drive. Ends up being the fucking sister.
Yes.
And instead of
but they're on the phone for a while.
Yeah, it's a minute before she's at some point goes into the hall, then goes to the kitchen, grabs a knife.
She has a knife.
She never actually goes to the window to go look at who it is.
And she's like, they're sitting on my yard.
They're carrying a bundle, and I love at the very end after they've hung up, they're like, that woman thought they had a murder sack or something. I was like, what the?
That they had a body in the bag.
Yeah, because they're carrying a bundle of clothes or
I've actually had an in progress quote unquote burglary happening, break-in, and it ended up being the guy's son.
Right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I finally figured out what she told us last time. Your call that you had last time was that somebody called about a kidnapping, and it was just a guy driving by. He just happened to be black.
And she was actually new to the area. She didn't know anybody.
You think it was because he was black?
Well, he wasn't black. The vehicle was black. He was bald.
Oh, but the idiot dispatcher, Pepe. But Pepe was saying it was a bald black dude.
Yeah.
Instead of a bald guy in a black car.
So he made his own little shit over there. I'm telling you, he makes up his own calls.
That's why it's important, guys, to keep your calm when you're calling 911 and try and be as clear and concise as possible.
And just know that even though there's an idiot that won't understand, there's 2 other people that'll back you up.
Yeah, so as long as with the right shit will get done, as long as you can do your best to remain calm and stay in control. Hey, Frank, have you ever had good luck with this. I'm gonna try this one again, bro.
We're going to try. Come on, Frank. You can do it.
So, Frank, have you ever been in a situation where you had to call 911 yourself?
I was actually thinking of that when I was watching the stupid episode, and I'm like, I've been fortunate enough.
No respect.
What? Okay. Anyways, I was watching it, right, and I'm like, I've been fortunate enough to never call 911, and then I thought about it. I'm like, no, wait, I had 911. I had somebody call 911 for me when I was in my rollover accident. So yeah, I've never had to, but on the one time, somebody else did it for me. Or actually, no, yeah, someone did. No, because the cop that responded was across the street.
So close.
Because the cop that responded was across the street filling up, and he saw my fucking car in the air, and was like, "Oh shit!" So then he called it in. That was the one time.
Again, so have you
ever
called
No, he did answer the question initially, but then he went off into the story, and I thought he was gonna lose it at the end, but he did it. He got to the end. Yeah, there was just a little caveat at the end. Oh, it was a cop that called. Okay, got it. Good. Okay.
We're good.
Stop there before you don't hurt yourself. So that will happen. I mean, I've called a couple times on like the expressway for car accidents that look like they just happened, and I think 2 out of the 3 times I've had to do that, it was always, somebody already called it in. Thank you for your concern, and that's it. Of course, I had to call. I've told the story on multiple occasions on here and on live streams with other people that my son, when he was 3, had a high fever, and the idiot doctors gave us too low a dosage on his acetaminophen to bring the temperature down. So his temperature spiked to 104. He ended up having a seizure, and he stopped breathing. So of course I have the wife call an ambulance right away as I give him a quick couple puffs of breath, little quick CPR on him, just a couple chest compressions, and splash some cold water on his face. His lips immediately went from blue back to the regular color. He started breathing lightly again. Color came back to his face, but I was just like fucking holding him, waiting for the fucking EMS to get there. EMT? EMS? What's the difference between EMS and EMT?
EMT is a technician, is the guy, the person.
The EMS is...
EMS is
what's
Emergency Medical Services.
It's the team, I guess. So you would call the driver and the 2 in the back?
EMT is Emergency Medical Technician.
Uh-huh.
I think.
Okay, but what's the difference between... So what's the EMS? When you call
Emergency Medical Services.
But what do they do? Different than the EMT?
It's the system.
That's what I'm saying. It's like saying I'm calling the cops.
The EMT is from the EMS.
It's like, well, I'm calling the police. Like, you mean the cops? Like, no, the police. He's right over there. No, the police is the unit. That's what they do. The cop is in... Kiss my ass. It's the same thing, Brit.
Actually, it's not a cop. It's an officer.
I will fucking give you a reason to call them right now, Brit.
It's like you call the fire department for a firefighter.
I will cut you. We will.
You don't call the firefighter.
We'll try and give Frank a story that he could tell in the right order.
Anyway.
All right. Getting off track here. Let's get back to your love life.
Why?
Because it's hilarious. Because I don't...
You can call her if you want.
You want to call... Can we call her on speaker?
I don't know.
We can break up with her right now for you.
You're going to break up with her.
You want to try and... You want us to try and piss her off? This will be so much fun.
No, we're not going to break up with her.
Sure we are.
I kind of like her. But I don't know if she'll answer.
Hey, I will ask her. I just want to know, are you aware that Brittney isn't really into girls?
No, you're not going to say that.
Well, why are you calling her then? What do you think is about to happen on this phone call? You better hope she doesn't answer, because I'm not holding back. She's on the phone, ladies and gentlemen. Shit, we're here the ringing of the... Oh, she answered. I heard the hello.
No, she's not answering. It's still ringing.
Oh, I could have swore I heard a hello. That was odd. You heard it too, right?
It's still ringing. She's smart. She knows not to answer.
I don't know if it's gonna come up on the mic. Don't answer. It's too early in the morning. This ain't no booty call.
Well, she's hungover.
There it is.
Please leave your...
Dude, I was so excited. We'll try the last 5 minutes of the show. We'll try one more time. See if we can fuck her up. We're gonna fuck this relationship up.
No, we're not. I kind of like the girl.
Frank, you got any relationship questions you want to ask?
No.
And do you have when you are with men, do you have a preference for size, shape, or girth of the penis?
No.
No? Dick is dick?
Yeah.
Any dick is dick? Or do you just make them use their tongue?
Both.
I don't want to have this conversation.
Is it mandatory?
Can you step away and I'll have this conversation with Frank?
Why? You're
like my brother.
Yeah, but you're like my little brother, so it's kind of
Shut the fuck up. I hate you.
If you're getting as much pussy as I am, you're getting more than I am nowadays.
I'm not.
I'm married to the one. You can get more.
I'm not. I'm behaving.
You had 2 in the last how long? Year. Yeah. See, that's more women than I've slept with in the last year.
It doesn't matter to me.
No.
No.
Have you ever had any issues with the guy being too large or too small?
No.
No. How many men have you slept with? Oh, Frank guesses 3. I'm gonna go with.
I say 3.
I'm gonna go with 7. I think 7's a healthy number. I mean, and that's trying to treat you.
I don't think
like
I've ever counted.
That's trying to treat you like a lady. If I think you're anything like me, which I really think you are, and if we're not counting getting dick down and just talking about like coming, whether there was dick involved or not, I'd put you around the 18 mark.
No.
No, not that high?
No.
No? You seem like you would have enjoyed your life more.
I would say 7 to 10.
Huh. Well, that explains why you haven't found love yet. Because you just need more experience.
Probably, I guess. I never had the time. You know, till 21, and I'll be very honest on the show, I didn't have sex till I was 24.
What about the apps?
Actually, 23.
I think you mentioned that last time.
Yeah, I used Bumble.
I want to say you mentioned that last time. How does now Frank has tried apps, and I think
here's my question though: have you tried Tinder and Plenty of Fish?
I established in one of the previous episodes that I got booted from Plenty of Fish before I even got a chance to fucking use it.
You got booted?
How'd you get booted?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, well, the explanation I gave, or that I give myself, what happened was that I'm in, right? I'm signed up and everything, right? And then I start swiping. And no, and then
you're a real pervert if you get kicked off.
I'm like, I don't know anybody that's been booted out of something.
No, like if every time I fucking like someone's profile, or when I hit someone up, I always mention something about the profile so they can
I remember
be like,
your profile. It's because of me. No, I'm just kidding.
She reported your ass.
I'm totally kidding. I had to. I'm sorry.
What happened? No, because like I always mention something about their profiles. They can be like, oh, this guy actually reads fucking profiles. And then after I sent it, I got this notification that fucking.
What did the message say? What did the message say?
I don't remember, but I know it wasn't bad.
He's all like, I'd like to tap that 2 times or something, and they're like, "Not, you're out."
Well, okay. So we know Frank's a perv. What kind of perverts do you deal with on there? Because I imagine that you get a variety.
I don't use to me, Tinder, Plenty of Fish. You
use Bumble, though.
Bumble.
Well, now what's the difference?
Well, because to me, Tinder and Plenty of Fish, those kind, like, it's wham, bam, let's get it done and let's go.
They're hookup sites.
Basically, in my opinion.
Bumble's not.
In my opinion, no.
Bumble's like an eHarmony.
You can be so on Bumble, the girl has to make the move.
Oh, that's fantastic.
He could swipe right or left all he wants, but the girl has to make the move.
Oh, that's genius. Yeah, but
so on this one,
okay, Frank, we've gone over you trying to explain shit. You can't even explain your own goddamn stories.
I explained it to you, and you're like, "Well, girls always do the first move." I'm like, "No, in the app," and they're like, "Moving on." I'm like, "Okay,"
because you don't explain it so concisely.
Just exactly like she said it.
I assure you, it was not exactly like she said.
Anyways, so with Bumble, there are some kind of weirdos, but and they'll tell you, they'll put something casual. I don't know why I'm using my hands like this. Sorry.
That's fine. It's a video thing. We got
it says something casual.
Follow us on YouTube and BitChute, by the
way. Anyways, so if they want something casual, I'm already swiping left. Like, I don't want to just hook up for that. I'd go to Tinder, Plenty of Fish.
Of course, you're going to have guys that say that they want a relationship when they're just playing the system, playing the game. Well, what are your odds on there? How often
when I lived in San Antonio, I went out a lot.
Well, that makes sense.
Here, not so much.
Yeesh, the quality here.
Here's the problem. Here's where I found more females to hang out with.
Single women down here are gorgeous.
Yeah.
The single women, not when we were in high school. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like when I was 19 to 24, there were no attractive women in this general area. Like all the attractive women went away to fucking work in much nicer places than this. Then fucking COVID happened. And now all the guys are staying at home watching the kids, eating and cooking, and all the women are outside running and taking care of themselves.
That's the other reason I think that I haven't gone on dates, because I don't.
This is a tough year for dating.
Yeah, like I'm like, I don't know if I feel comfortable. I don't know where you've been, who you've been, what you've been around. Like, I'm gonna wait.
So you find that COVID is really affecting your relationship with relationships?
Yeah. Like, I think that's why I'm comfortable, like, still with her, because I know her. I know where she is. I know who she's around. I know she's careful for her kids.
Believe it or not, back in the day before, going out by yourself was a thing. You used to have to go out with friends. It wasn't like you could just pick one friend and go, because, especially as a female, because there was a chance of being attacked or surrounded by a group of fucking horny fucking football players or something.
That is true.
Basketball players, I hear, are the worst, though. Wow.
See?
He wasn't on the mic. He wasn't on the mic for that one. Let's just let everybody know how racist that was. I won't even tell him what you said.
You were looking at me like...
No, I wasn't.
Again, I'm not offended, but okay. I am black.
I was trying not to let the group know which group to hate. Anyway.
They don't know what he said.
I got distracted. I forgot what the fuck. Your racism threw me for a loop. Anyway, so, yeah. Black people rape, is that what you were saying?
It's basically what I got from it.
You were insinuating the whole fucking getting raped in an alley thing.
He didn't insinuate anything. He just said he heard basketball players.
Yeah, because it's talking about...
No. Okay, yeah, that's right. So, no, yeah, back in the day, you couldn't go out like that. So now you're just going back to hanging out with your friends because you trust your friends. You don't go out with anybody you don't trust now because of health reasons. Before, you didn't go out with anybody you didn't know because of safety reasons. Now we like to pretend like the world is safer when it's not. It's exactly the same. I mean, the rape still happens. People are still taken advantage of. People are just a little bit fucking... They're caught more often. Mm-hmm. But instances of rape haven't fucking gone down in the last 20 years. Reports may be going down in one area or another. And then 5 years later, we find out it's because of lack of reporting or improper filing by the fucking police themselves. There's hundreds of reasons why the statistics don't match up year to year, but they never fucking get better. You know, and you can claim that, oh, well, there's less rape cases now that this person's president or this person's mayor or this person's our governor and they've enacted this, and that. Like, yeah, wait 5 years till the next fucking person in line fucking does the research and realizes, oh, no, they were whitewashing all that fucking information. Like, none of us are ever fucking told the truth about what's actually happening out there. Which brings me to the point. You said you used to carry a knife.
Yes.
Is there any reason you never upgraded to a gun?
No, not a specific reason. I've been actually now thinking about it more than ever.
Most people are. Even I am. I've never needed a gun in my life, except for maybe that one time I got attacked with by the guy with the knife. But that was... Did I mention that this story was that last episode?
No, it was
last episode. Listen to the last episode, guys. This one relies heavily on it, apparently.
But I've thought about it now more than ever.
Have you looked into models that you would like to?
I have.
What are you looking at?
You know... the revolvers are pretty cool.
Yeah?
I do like the revolvers.
I'm a big fan of revolvers. They don't lock up on you. You get a dud bullet, you fucking hammer it one more time.
But then at the same time, I don't know. I'm a sucker for like colorful ones.
Well, you can get a nice little
purple.
What you get is a nice little snub nose, and you just get a custom hand grip. Yeah,
that's what I've been looking at more of the revolvers.
And then if we follow this amazing dude, is Crispy Avila. He's from down here. He's from Brownsville, right? Yeah. And he's a Marine. He was Army. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ, that'll get me shot. He's an Army vet. He's what happened to him? What's his situation? Do you know anything about his situation, Frank?
Yeah, my brother was telling me how they got ambushed, in a nutshell, and his vehicle caught on fire, and he had to jump out of it, and he broke both his knees, I think, or his fucking shins. I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause he's got one leg amputated, right, or both? Or am I thinking of someone else?
I think it's one, maybe two. I don't.
There's my ass for everybody.
I don't.
For lack of
beauty.
I don't remember.
Anyway, so and then what happened?
Oh, that was like it. I shortened it, sweet and short, because I know you guys don't like when I go into detail. But yeah, that's what happened. See what happens when I don't fucking...
For once, I was hoping for more detail on a story because it's about an amazing man who went through a horrible ordeal. The guy he's got burns all over his body. His hands have been disfigured. He's got I believe at least one amputated leg. He actually owns a pair of boots that I've made. Some Anderson beans. I've hit him up a couple times trying to offer him a free pair too. Oh, I didn't say free. I should probably mention, hey, Crispy
I didn't
Man,
get a free pair.
I'll get you a fucking free pair of boots if you come on our fucking podcast.
I've been on this podcast several times. I don't get no free pair of boots.
You don't have clout. He'd actually bring us some fucking listeners. You brought us what?
I brought you listeners. Remember the very first episode with me? You were super excited about it.
Oh yeah, we did actually. Well, yeah, we do have we do get good feedback from the dispatcher stories.
I blame the guy that has to do the advertising for it.
Yeah, or the editing, the video. Now I basically do the video, the audio. Frank is just a pretty face. That's why we keep him. Because who else could look this good in a beard?
No comment.
You're so rude, Brit. Show some love to Frank.
Oh, he did give me a taco. Thanks, Frank.
Hey, it's not taco for taco here, though. All right? Relax. Whoa. Relax. Whoa. Her girlfriend might have something to say about that. Anyway, where are we at? Are we at the end of this fucking episode?
We're at 40 minutes.
We're at 40 minutes. Let's end it. I'm done. Anything else we need to talk about?
Just watch the show, Emergency Call.
That
Mondays,
was last episode.
9 p.m. I know.
Oh, now you're saying it?
Yeah, I didn't say it.
We're not sponsored or anything. What the fuck are you shouting them out?
I want people to know what I do.
No, it really is important. I think it's you know what? I think it's a job that a lot of women in particular, like, it's a disposition for a motherly care, for a maternal instinct, a calm, rational mind in instances where things can get really hairy. I just tend to think women are better at dealing with it when it's other people's families involved, and men are better at dealing with it when it's their family directly involved. At least that's the experience I've had. Like in my situation where my son had his seizure and stopped breathing, I felt like I was a calm one. I was giving the directions, like, this is what needs to be done. If I had a call and somebody else was telling me about their family, I might be doing the same thing, but I'd also get pissed off when they fucking weren't paying attention. I'd be like, hey, no, you need to listen. You need to do this. Then I'd
and unfortunately, there are some times where we do have to talk like that and be like, I need you to stop talking, take a deep breath, calm down.
Okay, I guess that's one less thing we didn't address.
It just depends on the call, though. I mean, if it's something that's that severe that I know I need to send everybody out there, I'm gonna need the caller to calm the hell down.
Are you thinking of any particular situation where that happened, where you're like, no, this is ridiculous, I can't understand you, or you're just being overly dramatic or something?
Anytime a person calls that their family member's having a heart attack is usually the biggest time, because they're just screaming and we don't know what's going on at that residence.
I never understood that. Like, what is screaming doing for you? Like, oh my God! Oh my God, he's not breathing! Oh my God!
And I'm like, who? Huh?
Yeah, like, what is that doing for any? Like, you've got to recognize that you need to give a description.
I have to have, or we have to have, like, a stern voice that says, hey, I understand, and I'm going to get you the help that you need. I promise you they're on their way, but I need to know what the hell's going on.
And I remember the first time we had you on, you actually mentioned that somebody cussed you out, and they called you back, right, to cuss you out some more?
Yeah. They're so nice.
Has anything like that happened again?
No, not recently. It hasn't been that rough, actually, where I get bitched out like that. But, I mean, they're always going to call. It's usually, like, for loud music calls that they'll call. We've called you 5 times. Well, there's only an ordinance after 10 p.m. And
that's what I've got to remind myself here. Like, if they're still going by 11, I'm calling.
Yeah.
And usually, 9 times out of 10, people are aware of the limits with their, like, my parents do it all the fucking time. My dad is one loud motherfucker. He blasts his music like everybody loves the same fucking genre. Yeah. And like, nobody needs to have a conversation in the area.
That's true.
And I often wonder why the neighbor doesn't fucking call more often.
She adores him.
But the neighbor likes my dad.
The one on that side? We wanted to beat her up.
My mom? My grandma?
No. Your grandma doesn't care.
My grandma lives on the other side.
Yeah, but on the other side.
That's what I'm saying. I expect my grandma to call the cops on her own son every once in a while.
I think if it really bothered her, she would just call and be like, hey,
well, that's too much personal shit for me anyway. I don't like to talk about the family too much on here unless it's something amazing that they've done. Not talking shit. So I think we're going to wrap up here. Britt, anything else you want to say other than watch the show?
Nope, just watch the show. Mondays, 9 p.m. Luke Wilson hosts.
Luke Wilson, for those of you who can't put a face to the name, that is the main character from Idiocracy, which is hugely popular right now and is getting even more popular because it seems like we have our own President Camacho in office right now, and pretty soon we're going to be trying to water our plants with Gatorade. But until then, let's try and not get there. And Frank, what do we tell the people?
Be excellent to each other.
And Britt, what do you want to tell the people?
Be kind.
Fine.
And find your happy people. Don't forget to try and be better today than you were yesterday. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Say bye, Frank.
Bye, Frank.
Adios, so long, farewell. Ah!
Are we doing another episode?